You know, whenever I see websites like this, I always gotta think, are people this susceptible, or is this a collab with the people who actually made the original fake emulators? Um, so I got this website here, and as you can read, top 6 Xbox 360 emulators for Windows PC, 2020 update partition magic. This has nothing to do with it back here. But here they are advertising Mini Tool Partition Wizard 12. Um, this is already really weird, the way this website works. It's like you slide down and it has Google over here. And summary, Xbox 360 emulator enables you to play Xbox games on a Windows PC. You can already tell that this person's main English isn't their main language. What is Xbox 360 emulator? Advantages of using Xbox 360 emulators, the usual shit you get with this. If they describe everything to you, you'll believe them more. What is Xbox 360 emulator? Okay. You must be confused about it. What is Xbox 360 emulator? How to use Xbox 360 emulator, don't worry. Advantages, okay. Top 6 Xbox 360 emulators for PC. There's only one Xbox 360 emulator that actually works that I know of, and that's Xenia. And even then, you need a pretty powerful computer to run it. But this is the most legitimate one. So I want to see what else they have to offer here, because... Okay, you see DXBX emulator. This doesn't look right. There's obviously something wrong with the way this whole thing is laid out. And also, this is Xbox original. And DXBX is another great Xbox 360 emulator for PC. This is Xbox original, and I don't even know how legit this is because, yeah, I'm pretty sure the only legitimate Xbox original emulators are XCMU, I think it was, something like that, QCMU or something like that, and then CXBX. X360 Xbox 360 emulator, and then VR Xbox 360 PC emulator. So you can see right here that actually, never mind, forget that. CXBX emulator, this is an actual original Xbox, or Xbox original emulator, but it's for the Xbox original, and then Xeon emulator, which I'm pretty sure is fake. This one's already fake. I covered this in one of my older Xbox scam videos back like over 2 years ago. I already covered this, but for those of you who don't know, what this is essentially a Flash player, sort of like disguised as an Xbox 360 emulator. And all it is playing a Flash player file. That's literally just the video game they're playing but recorded. And then X360E, I don't think I've heard of this one, but I'm pretty sure this is also fake. Click here to download this. Let's take a look at this. GitHub, nuclear. So, EX360E, written in C hashtag, I suppose, in C++. So clone her down. Let's download this from GitHub. Open in desktop. Oh, nope. Never mind. Clone her download. We'll just download the zip file. I want to see what this has to offer because it's very, very. I'm so doubtful about this. I've never heard of this at all. Like, you'd think if this was a legit emulator, you'd hear something about it. You would find it on a sketchy website like this. So here we got the file, X360 Master, build D3D, EX. We have all these files here, random files. And it's weird how the only application is compare.exe. X input, just CPP files, filter, which these I really don't know jack shit about. But what's odd is that they named the only exe file compare.exe. So when everything's extracted, you get all these files. Let's go through build first, patches, Xbox, X360.dll. For the most part, I can guarantee you these are mostly fake. They're just made to disguise. Compare. If we open up this compare file compare, it literally just compares files. There's nothing. Readme.md. If we actually just rename this to text file. Nope. Shit. Rename this text file. Let's see what they're gonna say about this. Continue. Yes. Readme. This is what popped up. EX360E is an highly experimental Xbox 360 emulator written in C/C++. So obviously there's nothing here that we can actually use. This SLN file, I can maybe make a copy of that and see if there's anything in this at all. Text. Just want to see if this actually if you're actually able to do this. 360. This is just some random bits of coding. Minimum Visual Studio version. So Visual Studio version. So there's obviously more to this than what meets the eye because yeah, Microsoft Visual Studio Solution file. But why is there a Visual Studio file in here? Does it have to do with the actual emulator? I don't see an actual emulator though. So I searched up Visual Studio 14 and we got Microsoft Visual Studio is an integrated development used to develop computer programs such as websites, web apps. So it's essentially used to develop shit like this, where if there even is something to open, because this could be a bunch of random inserted files, which from what I can see is from what I'm seeing here, like this looks like to be the case. Emu. There's no .exe file other than this compare files thing. Let's go to ASMX. There's nothing here that we can open. Either that or I'm just not seeing something. D3D, build, patches, runtime. Oh, yeah, we've already seen this. So there's nothing here that we could actually use, and if there is, there's just no way of seeing it because there's nothing to see here. There's no .exe file that runs any of this at all. So from the looks of this, it's fake, but if there's something hidden under it, I doubt it's worth finding out because I've never heard of this until I found this website. Like, I've never heard of this thing at all. So we'll say this one for now is fake until some other news comes about it. But again, if it was a real Xbox 360 emulator, you would see something about this. Okay, the next one we're going to look at is VR Xbox 360 PC emulator. What kind of name is this? VR. This is just like literally a bunch of random shit they put together. You can click here to download this. I've already downloaded this, but I've already seen this. What this has to offer. Soft 122. Okay. Please like my Facebook page. Let's see. Top down is Minecraft, Indian Railways, VR Xbox 360 PC Contra and Car Simulator. View all top downloads. Probably shouldn't have clicked this. This is a very odd website. I don't know why, but what makes it odd is just I don't know. Download free exe file. Okay, sure. In a few seconds. So verified for malicious content. All right. Write with confidence. Download the link. You also download the following external download. Is this the actual website for it? 404 not found. It looks like they've taken down the actual thing itself. Too many people debunked this, and they found out, or like too many people knew this was fake. So I guess they must have taken it down. So yeah, no, this was. Oh shit, I cannot show this. Wow, interesting ads. Yeah, no, too many people found this and just decided to just like mess it out and mess it up and expose it, and therefore now it's been taken down. DXBX. Xeon is the next one I want to take a look at here because I've never heard of an Xbox original emulator called Xeon. It looks like an Xbox original emulator, not an Xbox 360 one. Xeon. So okay, here we are on Emulator Zone, and it says here they have showing Halo, and giving options to load campaign, do all sorts of shit. If you want to run it properly, I strongly recommend to have the next. Okay, so obviously this is made a very long time ago. Xeon_10.rar. Let's take a look at what this file is. So when you extract Xeon, you get a few interesting things. There's a README file first. Xeon is an Xbox emulator for the PC, currently supports one commercial game, and support for more will be added in the future, along with other compatibilities. This is from a very long time ago, if they're having used this with Windows XP and DirectX 9.A. If we boot up Xeon, what can we see? It makes this configuration settings file, and oh, here it is. Xeon.ini not found, writing new file, default start complete. And load EXB controller. Let's see what we have here. What happens if you load up the Halo configuration settings file? I doubt much will happen with this. So, I tried loading the Halo file, and that did not work. This is a configuration settings file. I should have probably known better. But when you boot up Xeon, you have options, configure graphics, which I'm pretty sure all this is just fake. It's weird the way they have this window. It's intentionally done to make it look like an old computer. So I'm pretty sure for the most part this is a fake emulator because again I've never heard this, but I haven't done much research. I haven't done much research into the actual Xbox original emulators whole thing. So yeah, and there's actually two windows here. Xeon V. So there's nothing here that we can really use. It says it's only a commercial working with one game. Program might not install correctly. It did install. But let's look at the Halo configuration file in Notepad++. Let's see if there's anything there. So I'm looking at this in the Notepad++, and there's not much I can actually get from this. It says in the Halo NTC INI file, version 1.0 by SF. Why is it version 1.0 though? Fix memory addressing and disable movie playback. Halo hack equals true. Main 5696. This doesn't nothing to help me. There's no ROM installed here or anything, and this looks to be just a bunch of random file names. But what are these file names? I have no clue. I don't know you can find. I don't know if you would actually take the files from Halo Combat Evolved and put them, like, actually see them. I don't know if you would actually be able to see any of these files. But what's interesting here is iDirect SoundStream. We're gonna give this a quick Google search. So iDirect SoundStream is just some random sound streaming service or device or whatever, and it doesn't really explain why these files would be here in Halo 1. I don't think there's any proper sound configuration for the game other than the sounds themselves, but I don't think they use any set type of sound stream. So that doesn't really help. And then you have X input open, X input close, get state, set state, delete save game, calculate signature begin. Again, none of this stuff I don't think we can actually use at all because there's nothing here that's just usable. Okay, there's exit, there's CTime. What is all this stuff? I have no clue, but I think it's safe to say that this emulator is fake. So just as a little bonus for you here, I decided to go to check out DXBX and see what this has to offer. It's on SourceForge, so let's see. I want to see though if this is just one of those things that this is meant to. Some fake emulators are meant to be confusing and stuff. It'll be like, oh, you have to load a certain type of file, or does this and that. And really, whatever you try, nothing's going to happen. Or we'll just lead us to a direct dead end, which a lot of emulators do. Like the box emulator, pretty sure that's been taken down. Or just say, oh, the emulator needs an update, and it'll take you just a blank web page. There'd be nothing at the web page. Then there is the VR emulator, which I'm correct, said something like, oh, your GPU isn't supported, something like that. Basically saying you can't do anything about this. You're fucked. So right now, since DXBX is an installer file, when it comes to something like this, I would never trust an actual installer. So I'm just booting up a quick virtual machine just to see what this file actually does, because there's no way in hell I'm actually going to install this on my main computer. Considering how simple this is going to be, I'm just using Windows 7. You don't need anything special for this. Normally I'd use Windows 10, but I don't have a Windows 10 on me right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna. There goes my cat. No, I'm just gonna install the file and then also install Notepad++, just see if I'm missing anything at all. Damn, alright, this took longer than I thought. You're gonna have to excuse the resolution decrease and all the black bars. I'm using VMware. I literally rushed this thing completely. Oh shit, okay. Install, remind me later. I'll do that later. Yeah, let me just get this whole thing set up really quick and I'll have the file ready to download. So now we just wait for this to install, and I got the DXBX files here. And I also got Notepad++, just to see if there's anything we're missing. There it is. I'll just, oh, okay. Yeah, no, Notepad++. No, DXBX, I mean. It's gonna give us this warning here. Shit. Oh, I can't move this, can I? No. Okay, I'm just gonna close Firefox then. This virtual machine is very, very slow. Like, insanely slow. Okay. How do we get to the File Explorer? I'm just gonna go through favorites. Downloads, and we do DXBX, and then run. Yes. Okay. Next. Program files. I'm just gonna install everything. Create a desktop icon. Let's create a desktop icon. Install. We don't need this. Launch DXBX. So what is this exactly? What are we looking at? We're looking at just, I guess this is where your ROMs would go. Yeah, no, title of the ROM, region, version, and the path to where it's installed to. And for the most part about it, this looks very fake. All this stuff on the side, I have no clue what it'd be. File, open XBE. I'm assuming this is their version of Xbox files or Xbox game files, which I don't even know if that's what you're supposed to download. this looks just very fake. Just the way the whole thing is. This looks like it's just meant to waste your time, but I don't actually know for sure. If you guys want, you can download your own Xbox original files, which can be more difficult than downloading something like a Wii file, you know. So if you want, try downloading your own Xbox original files. And if not, then you can just stay away from this, because this, for the most part, looks like it's meant to waste your time. I have known nothing about DXBX. I've never heard of it until now. I've never seen it just until now. So, if this is a real legit emulator, my apologies, my condolences. Just apologies to whoever made it originally for getting the wrong information. For the most part, there's nothing we can do here unless we have an actual Xbox ROM. But even then, I think if you found an Xbox ROM file, you would never find an XBE file, because essentially this system cannot find the path specified. Okay. That's a weird thing. Okay, I don't know why it's saying this. It probably has to do with the ROMs itself. Actually, if we open DXBX and edit with Notepad++, what can we find in here? What is there anything interesting in here that, well, I think interesting in general, really.